Delta0125 here again for YouTube. Probably my last rant of the day, except for another one, maybe. I don't know, if I feel like another one I'll do one, but anyways, this one's going to be about, defensive ammo and pretty much the gun community, basically the Call of Duty-ish kind of gun community, if you will, that thinks that full metal jackets are armor-piercing. No, they're not. And sorry I couldn't come up with a better retard voice, but kind of short on time here because I gotta do more shit today, believe it or not. But anyways, on to the rant. The people that think that hollow points are the answer to everything for the school's getting out across the road. But anyways, and yes, there's a school right across the street if you haven't seen it in my other videos. Elementary school. But anyways, yeah, actually I carried full metal jackets in my USP for the longest time before I was able to get the golden sabers. Sorry, I had to look at the hollow points, but golden sabers, expand pretty well. And that's Pro Mag, which is why it's rattling. My HK Mag doesn't do that. Anyways, by the way, the Pro Mags, I don't know why everyone, cusses at them so much or whatever, or curses their name, and they're like, stay away from them. Pro Mags, in my experience, they feed and function fine, or at least in my USP. And the only difference I've heard is that they rattle. Other than that, some people say they jam. In my experience, they haven't. Anyways, back to the main point of the video. I don't know why people say that full metal jackets are less deadly than the hollow points. They are, but I'm going to get to that here in a second. The thing is if you're hit with one of these, in a place that's going to kill you, it's still going to kill you just as much as a hollow point will. Now, where the whole argument of stopping power, as COD fans call it, COD fags. Anyways, the Call of Duty community, sorry, can't really get that out of my head, but Call of Duty kids just piss me off so bad. Anyways, and that's because they're lacking knowledge. I have to deal with them and here's the thing, I have to deal with these kids at NRA Youth Day. Like, oh man, is that the, Vector? No, it's a Chris Super V, not a frickin' Vector. Oh, is that an AK-47? No, it's a sporting rifle called an AKM, or a WASR-10. It's the updated version of the AK. Oh, is that an M16? No, it's a semi-automatic Colt AR-15. Sorry, but those kind of kids piss me off. And they piss off the older guys at the range, which in turn pisses us off, the younger guys, because the older guys make us younger guys explain to them politely the differences, which takes, so damn long, and by that time, there's usually another group of kids that are coming along that want to shoot, and meanwhile, one of us has to sit there and explain to the kid the differences, because the kid's so interested in learning the differences, which, by the way, I know that's a plus, but at the same time, we're kind of underhanded at the range, if you understand, in our youth day, especially for the machine gun range, which is why I go to help out, with Smart Gunner 45 and I believe his YouTube name is Valiant Armory, but Valiant Armory is the one that sets it up with us because his family helps run it. Anyways, we go out there as extra hands and everything to help out, but eventually one of the kids comes along that's Call of Duty type that needs to be helped out with their lesson. And anyway, sorry for this rant that I'm going on, and yes, I know this is a live round, but I can't use it because of the bulge, if you guys haven't seen it before, but there's a bulge in the casing. Won't even chamber. Anyways, back to the main part of this rant. If you guys want to talk to me about the whole Call of Duty kid thing, if you want to learn about that more, just leave a message, or message me, or whatever, leave a comment or a message or something like that for me, and I'll get back to you on it. But anyways, back to the main part of this rant, since, like I said, I'm running low on time. The full metal jacket round will kill just as much as a hollow point will. Now, where the argument about the stopping power or the, ball round has more penetration, yeah, it kind of does, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. We actually found these shallower than the hollow points, and these weren't even plus P loads, these were all standard loads. Both of these were Remington loads, and we found them just as deep as we found the others. Actually found the hollow points deeper than the full metal jackets, or the ball rounds as they're called. But anyways, Now, where the whole play of the stopping power or the hollow point comes into play is poor shot placement. I'm just going to say it outright, poor shot placement. Now, for poor shot placement, you do have more of a chance of surviving if you're hit with a ball round than a full metal jacket. But if you're aiming at someone and you've already made the decision to pull that trigger, you've made the decision that you're going to attempt to take somebody's life because they're attempting to take at least one person's, life, yours or someone else's. Now, I know people are going to start off a little rant about that crap, but you're not aiming to just stop somebody. When you pull out a firearm and you aim at them and you make that final decision to pull the trigger, you're aiming to kill, not to just stop. If you do wind up wounding them and they stop and you stop, then it gets into a whole debate in the courts, all this other crap, and yeah, that's great that the person survived and you didn't necessarily have to kill them, but at the point that you're pulling the trigger, you're making the decision to take somebody's life, not just to stop them. I don't care what anyone tells you in a gun store or on the street or whatever, you're aiming to kill the person, not just to stop them. And by the way, Winchester silver tips for hollow points kind of suck. Didn't even expand, but... And by the way, the reason why I'm pissed is because I spent more on these than I did for sorry, I keep saying the Winchester Rangers, but the Golden Sabers by Remington. I don't know why I keep calling them the Winchester Rangers, because I want to get some of those. But anyways, also people that are using things like this in their revolver, cast core round, yeah, it's going to break bones, it's going to penetrate through that person. You don't necessarily want to penetrate through the person, but what these are actually made for is for bears and large animals. These are made to smash through the bone, the cartilage on like wild boars, that sort of thing, and then hit the vital zones, such as the heart and the lungs. They're not made for self-defense necessarily, unless self-defense against, an animal like that. But these aren't necessarily the best choice for, self-defense, especially in a public place. And believe it or not, I do know someone that actually wanted to use them for that. And then I had to show him, this round and, the difference between that and a hollow point, and everything. So, anyways, also, if you're using like an AK for home defense, I'd say go ahead and use it because it's not going to do much more damage than actually it's going to do way less damage than a 3-inch Magnum shotgun slug will, as you saw in my other video. But, anyways, yeah, and that's another thing too. People try to demonize sporter rifles by calling them assault weapons. But that was in my other rant. Anyways, yeah, you don't want to use necessarily a full metal jacket or a cast core round for self-defense. You typically want to use a hollow point, but at the same time, a full metal jacket round, I mean, cast core is kind of out of it because that's more of an exotic round for large animals, like I said. Full metal jacket round, though, I'd say go ahead and carry them for self-defense if you don't have the money for hollow points, which I did not at the time that I was carrying those. And now that I've bought, 3 magazines worth of hollow points, 30 rounds of hollow points, I actually bought 50 hollow points, but I shot 20 off so far. But I also shot all 20 of these, which just about every single round did not actually expand. So I chose the Golden Sabers over the Winchester Silver Tips because of that. But the reason why I chose a hollow point over full metal jacket is because hollow points, they expand, and if I hit someone's center mass, I know that's going to stop them compared to the hollow point. But either round's going to stop someone. It's like getting stabbed, or even a paper cut. You're going to stop what you're doing, and try to tend to your wound. Like, it's a natural human defense. Like, go ahead, cut yourself a piece of paper, and then tell me that you're not going to go, ow shit, and like try to stop the bleeding by pinching it or licking it or something like that. Go ahead, but I mean, I'm not advocating that you do that, but it's just fucking retarded that people are like, oh well, full metal jacket's not going to stop someone. Excuse me, if you get injured, you're going to stop what you're doing. It's just human psychology. But hollow point, center mass shot, it does have a little bit more, of a chance of stopping someone than a full metal jacket, but at the same time, like I said, I mean, it doesn't expand that much more than a full metal jacket does. So if you don't have the money for hollow points, go ahead and use them. Just be wary that a full metal jacket may go through somebody and into the, crowd behind them if you're in that kind of a situation. But, and I would not recommend a cast course because that'll definitely go through the person. But, not even getting into the AK rounds because no one's going to use that for concealed carry. At least I hope not. Make everyone look bad. But, anyways, running out of time here. I got more stuff to do. So, yeah. It's been my rant. Thanks for watching. Again, leave your comments or questions down below. It's been Delta 0125, signing out.